Nobody saw a renewed rivalry between the Orlando Magic and the Cleveland Cavaliers coming, and it's all thanks to Ty Jerome and Paolo Banchero that the Cavaliers may have a new rival, a renewed rival, whatever you want to call it, headed into the NBA playoffs. Hey everybody, Billy BB back with you, excited to talk more Cavs basketball. They're into that playoff race, and they're already maybe affecting what may happen in the playoffs right now. We dove a little bit into that loss to the Orlando Magic, but we're going to talk more about it as we got quite the video from Ty Jerome and Paolo Banchero going at it, beefing. We're going to throw ahead. You got to watch the language in this video from those two guys when we watch the interaction. We're also going to talk about that rivalry. These guys played each other in the playoffs last year. What could we see this year? But first, before we get to that, so close to 2,000 subscribers. We're right on the edge of it. I believe it's about 5 away, 6 away. So if you're watching, haven't subscribed, first time, help us get over that top and keep things rolling down this channel. Been going about 6 months, building consistently, doing some really great things here. Getting some great interaction in the comments from Cavs fans and different topics, different videos, things we've been talking about. So I appreciate everybody who has jumped in on that and done that. And let's keep this channel moving. If it's your first video, if it's your 100th video, you want to be heard, drop down in the comments and subscribe. So we did talk about Ty Jerome and the Cavaliers and that game Sunday. They got into it with the Orlando Magic. It lost them a game. They actually got a report from the referees that they messed up again on the Cavaliers, so they might have taken that without it. But the Cavs were up 13 at half. They were acting swaggy. They were getting into it. I mean, there was some momentum there, and they kind of fumbled it. They fumbled the game one way or another. Refs, no refs. You're missing Evan Mobley. I understand that, but hey, you fumbled that game. However, within the game, as we talked about, Ty Jerome and Paolo Banchero getting into it in this one. Paolo Banchero and Ty Jerome, a little trash talk, a little back and forth. The interaction is terrific. Good chance for us to watch that now and break it down from there. So, Magic take the win. That's why Paolo was really getting into it at the end. But this was the line that stuck with everybody. Felt like Ty Jerome owned it. Felt like he got into it a little bit with Paolo, saying, hey, that Magic team you got over there, I'd be one of your best guys. You ain't got no squad over there. And ironically, Ty Jerome actually didn't have that great a game, and the Magic were fueled by this. But kind of renewed the rivalry a little bit. Got this thing going again. Between these two guys, I thought was really interesting. I got to say, I appreciate the swagginess from Ty Jerome. I think it's another peak of his powers moment with the Cleveland Cavaliers to have him kind of talking ish back and forth with other star players, repping the Cavs, getting into it with them. I know they kind of faltered from there. They fell behind. Paolo got hot. I mean, kind of the worst case scenario. And Ty really didn't actually even play in this last year in the playoff series. So, his first kind of shot, and the Cavs ended up going 3-1 against the Magic this year. Paolo really getting into it, but I appreciate it. Ty Jerome getting into it with another league star, another all-star, another young guy in the NBA on the come-up. This is not a Cavs team that would fold easy. I'm hearing Jeff Teague talk about the other day, again, that Hawks comparison, how LeBron let him know at All-Star Weekend he figured him out, and he said after that he was nervous what he meant. It doesn't seem like a guy like Ty Jerome's going to take anything. And Paolo certainly seemed to have some sort of thing with the Cavs, with Ty Jerome. I'm not really sure, but those two getting into it has renewed a little bit of a rivalry here between the Cavs and the Magic. We saw this matchup last year go 7 games, and this was the main villain in Mo Wagner. Cavs fans hated him, couldn't stand him, committing dirty fouls, making plays in Orlando, getting the crowd hyped up, kind of playing that villain role and playing it up. He's out this year. He tore his ACL, so that's another kind of wrinkle that's not going to be a part of it this year. Jalen Suggs also injured for Orlando. That's a great defender for them. It's kind of interesting because I think all year long I haven't seen the Orlando Magic as any sort of competitor. The KCP signing hasn't worked out for them how they had hoped. Paolo's been hurt. Franz has been hurt. Mo Wagner's been hurt. Jalen Suggs has been hurt. And now because they beat the Cavaliers on a Sunday, I don't know that I consider this up a level. Now, will it be more fun if the Cavaliers catch them in the first or second round? Absolutely. Compared to what it was going to be a week ago, I think we got something here. Compared to what it would have been a year ago before that playoff series, there's a little more juice here. I will definitely say that. After this interaction between Ty and between Paolo Banchero, I do think there's juice to this back and forth between the Cavs and Magic. However, I'll stay with my statement that this is not the Orlando Magic team that I was honestly worried about heading into the offseason. Before I saw the Cavs play, before the Hunter trade, before Atkinson, they added KCP, and I thought all they did was add a 3 and elite D guy to their team. Next thing you know, they've just been in complete disarray. They've lost game after game they shouldn't. Like I said, guys hurt, best guys hurt, no team as a unit. I don't think KCP has been any sort of serious difference maker, and the Cavs have been the hottest team in the league. And once again, when we're talking about this little back and forth during this game, Ty Jerome had the swagger. He told Paolo, "You can't guard me. I'd start on your team." Yes, Paolo got the last laugh. Fair enough. Got the dub. You deserved that last laugh, right? I respect that. I respect, we've all played pickup and they win. That's it. So the Magic get the win there. 3-1. Cavaliers win the season series. And I do think this is a team the Cavaliers could see in the first or second round of the playoffs. Paolo Banchero and Ty Jerome getting into it, renewing this rivalry. Nobody saw this coming. I didn't have this on my bingo card. Not something I was considering that the Cavs may get into it with the Orlando Magic and Paolo specifically right in time for the playoffs. And it's just another example here on Cavs Digest. You think the Cavs are just trying to get that one seed and coast, and things keep popping up for them. Storylines keep happening. Great reason to subscribe. Great reason we want to hear from you. What did this tell you about Ty Jerome? Is he one of the guys on this team, right? Repping this team, getting in other dudes' faces, causing problems? I like that role for him, but he needs to play well while he does it. He was a minus 16 after that. He didn't hit another shot. Really had a tough day for the Cavaliers. Do the Cavs have a rivalry with the Magic? Does it take more than one series and this little back and forth? Or have you always felt, hey, after that 7-game series, what happened with Mo, if we see these guys again, it's a problem? Drop down in the comments, let us know, and be sure to subscribe to Cavs Digest.